Well, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to the Hilton Sheffield, and you always know when it's a big fight when we get plenty of you lot turn up. Lovely to see so many cameras, photographers, world media, and it gives me huge pleasure to announce the fight on Saturday night with a number of top fighters here on the top table. Unbreakable. The return of the IBF welterweight champion, Sheffield's very own special one, Kell Brook. Live and exclusive on Sky Sports, live and exclusive on Showtime across America, and live and exclusive on Dolce Sport in Romania, and a number of other key territories all over the world. This is the real deal. This is high stakes boxing. The IBF welterweight championship of the world. A division that is littered with great fighters, with legends, a couple of them having a little fight on May the 2nd, plenty of money, plenty of opportunity, and we are delighted to represent, I believe, the very best of all of them in the IBF welterweight champion, Kell Brook. We're going to ask a few people to say a few words, starting off with the head of boxing of Sky, Adam Smith.
Thanks, Eddie. It's been a good week at Sky. We're delighted to get the rights for Mayweather-Pacquiao on May the 2nd, so everybody within Sky and everybody on my team is thrilled about that. There's plenty of stuff to come on beforehand, and Saturday night back here in Sheffield, it's terrific sort of seeing the likes of not just the guy that sits next to me every week, but Ryan Rhodes and Junior Witter and so many others from this steel city, which brought us so many great memories sort of back in the late 90s when Naz was flying and everyone sort of seemed to have such a buzz about them. Kell Brook then, a kid coming through, we all sort of hoped he'd make the way that he has done. A brilliant performance out in the States last summer to beat Sean Porter, and a tough mandatory defence he's got against this Jojo Dan. Really, really looking forward to seeing it. Terrific that it's on Sky Sports on Saturday night, and what a great bill as well to have the likes of Frankie Gavin and Gavin McDonald and Adam Etches, who, as Eddie says, bangs this place out. I'm just really pleased to be back in Sheffield. It holds a close place to my heart, to Sky's heart, and I'm really expecting a fantastic atmosphere on Saturday night. We'll do everything to drive our production through the roof. I think it will look really, really good, and we just hope for some great fights. And if Kell Brook does come through this tough defence, the world is his oyster. Look at the division, the likes of Amir Khan and Keith Thurman, who I was speaking to the other week, who really wants to fight Kell, and then Mayweather and Pacquiao, obviously, at the moment in their league. But it's a terrifically exciting next 12 to 18 months ahead in the welterweight division, providing he can do the business on Saturday night. So we at Sky are really excited. We actually have a special programme on Kell on Friday night, so don't miss that. That's Kell's greatest night, and it's a real nice little show. So watch that. We've got ringside tonight, obviously, as well. All building up. Sky Sports News at the weigh-in towards what should be a fantastic night, Eddie, on Saturday.
Team Jojo Dan, Pierre, welcome. Obviously, it's been a long journey for you guys, and this is the pinnacle now, the ultimate opportunity to win a world title.
Yeah, exactly. First, we're proud to be here. We really well treated by a matchroom professional team. Of course, Jojo is an achievement to be here and try to become the new world champion. It's tough. We're in the area of the champions, but Jojo did it before. He traveled around the world. He's the underdog again, but all his life he's beating the odds, and he will try to do it Saturday night again. We're gonna make you a good remember of Otis Grant against Mr. Rhodes in '97. So we're gonna try to do the same. It's a tough job, but Jojo is always well prepared, has always been. And one shortest thing, I think the Sheffield fans gonna be proud to see the fight Saturday night.
Thanks, Pierre. And obviously your job, trainer, to determine the tactics as well. Jojo, a big opportunity for you. I know you're very confident, very excited, ahead of potentially becoming world champion on Saturday night.
Hi everybody, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm ready. What can I say? better for me to talk in the ring than to talk here. I'm not that good on talking here. I just want to say, come Saturday night for an excited fight. I know Kell Brook is going to be ready. I'm ready. His style is good with my style. I think we're going to make an excited fight. And what can I say? Come Saturday night and you will be disappointed. Thank you.
Yeah, obviously, you know, you've studied Kell Brook, you will work on the tactics. I know you won't give too much away, but how do you see the fight playing out on Saturday night?
It's gonna be a lot of punch. Oh, more from outside, but it should have to be Brooks. We have to be in his face, put pressure, and give him as much as we can. Is that what we're gonna do?
And Jojo, obviously, you know, you've boxed away from home before. I think you'll enjoy the atmosphere on Saturday night. It will be a great atmosphere. What sort of fight are you expecting? You know, obviously you must have watched Kell Brook, you know, obviously against Porter. How do you see the fight playing out on Saturday night?
Yeah, you know, Kell Brook is the champion. He won the belt in the States. I gotta give him a credit, but you know, I think it's gonna be an excited fight, and the fans, they're gonna like the fight. They're gonna remember, even whatever the decision is gonna be. They're gonna remember this fight.
Thank you, Jojo. And Dom, obviously ups and downs as always, but Kell's put 150% into his training camp, potentially fitter than he's ever been right now, which is remarkable, you know, taking into account everything that happened, and looking forward to his first defence on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the injury, he's mentally overcompensated. He's had to, you know, really kick up a gear, get himself fit. You know, it's been, I think, 30 weeks since he started his rehabilitation. For 8 to 10 weeks of that, he did nothing, just getting him back on his feet. And then he's had a 20-week training camp. And, it's, you know, obviously the attacking technique has made him more determined. I would say he's fitter now for this fight than he was for the Sean Porter fight. And he's not having to fight in America, he's fighting in England, on his own ground, in Sheffield, with the crowd behind him. And, you know, that raises your performance by 10 or 20%. And he's asked, you know, he's done everything that's been asked of him in training. He's not got any corners. It's been a very, very long camp. It's been boring. It's been like Groundhog Day, you know. But he's done the work. His fitness is through the roof, and you know, we're expecting a fantastic performance on Saturday night. You know, a lot of people think it's going to be a walk in the park. No fight is a walk in the park, because every guy who comes in that ring comes to win, especially in a world title fight. I've watched a lot of Jojo Dan. He's a cagey fighter. He's smart. There's only 2 losses. Knocked out 18 guys, so he can punch. And these are the guys you can never, never underestimate. You know, Sean Porter underestimated Kell Brook. He believed his own hype. You know, and immediately afterwards he said, you know, maybe I overlooked him, but we definitely haven't overlooked Jojo Dan. There was probably bigger fights out there. But the thing is, he's a mandatory. He's a mandatory for a reason, and that's because he's fought his way into contention. And if he can get to that position, just like Kell did, he deserves a shot. And he's got the belief in himself. He's come over here, and he wants that title, and that raises your game by 10 or 20% as well. So, you know, don't underestimate this guy. Don't think it's a foregone conclusion. It's never a foregone conclusion. You know, we have to wait until after the fight's finished to find out who's going to win. And I don't think this guy's come over for, you know, just to make up the numbers. He's come to take the belt. It's probably his last big hurrah. You know, he's going to put everything into this. He's mature. He's had a lot of fights. He's 30 years old. You know, and he's probably reaching his peak. So, you know, don't underestimate this guy.
Kell, 2 days. 2 days to go. So you walk out in that arena. Michael Buffer calling you out. 10,000 people. We thought it might not happen. How does it feel just with a couple of days away?
Amazing, it's amazing. You know, from where I started with the leg, you know, getting myself back. It's been a every day has been a challenge. You know, but we've done it. You know, we've done it, and obviously in this fight, you know, it's so amazing for me to be defending my world title in my own city. And like you just said, Michael Buffer announcing me out. You know, I'm just going to be stood there, you know, with a packed out arena, just absorbing it all. You know, knowing, you know, we're meant to do this. I belong at this level. And it's just going to be epic that night. But you know, Jojo Dan, you know, is a very tough customer. Like Dominic said, we have been putting ourselves through it in the gym. And really pushing myself, because you know I would like Jojo Dan against Porter. you know, and look what happened there. So, you know, we've definitely put the work in. We expect a great fight, you know, from Joe Jordan. It's always nice to see, you know, the guy I'm going to be punching in the face. This is the first time I've seen him. And, you know, sadly can't come quick enough for me now. I'm truly excited to put a serious show on for all these fans, but I've kept waiting.
Obviously, Hillsborough Leisure Centre, Pond Forge, and then, you know, a number of fights in the arena. It's been a year and a half since you boxed at the arena against Senchenko, and then obviously the trip to America, which worked out great. How do you keep that in check, the emotion, you know, when you come through those curtains tomorrow and you rise up on Saturday and rise up, you know, onto the stage? How do you keep those emotions in check, or is it just, this is just natural, this is what you were born to do?
I was born to do it, but it is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. You know, coming from like the leisure centres, you know, and then Pond Forge, and then moving on to packing out the arenas, I'll be stood there and it will be hard. But, you know, I was born to do this. I perform better under pressure. You know, so I've got this is like I said, I was born to do this, and it took me a long time to get this belt here. You know what we've had to go through, and there's no way on this earth that Joe Jordan is taking this off me. Not a prayer. You know, I'm going to go in there to really excite. You're going to see flash, you're going to see power. You know, you're going to see it all Saturday night, absolutely everything. You know, what happened with the leg, you know, I've kept you all waiting too long, so you're in for a real treat Saturday night.
Obviously, finally, all the names are being mentioned for Kell Brook, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Khan, Madonna, Marquez, but solely the focus on Saturday night. I know you've given Jojo plenty of respect in his camp, and we know those big fights are out there, but they all mean nothing if the job's not done on Saturday.
Absolutely. You know, Joe Jordan's no walk in the park. You know, you can't look past Joe Jordan. You know, this is a golden ticket to them fights you've just named. You know, he knows that by beating me and being world champion, you know, he gets the big fights, what all those fighters want. So, you know, I'm going to have my hands full, but all I can say is the fans, it's going to be the fans who are in for a treat, because if he says that he's going to give it like he's going to, everybody knows me, you know, everybody knows that, you know, I'm coming to bring it. So, you know, everyone's in for a treat. You know, I'm so excited, can't wait to be walking down, looking at that ring, getting close to that, you know, walking down. Michael Buffer, you know, don't get any bigger than that, you know, for us, for this city. You know, I can't remember last time anything like this happened. So exciting. This event's going to be amazing.
Thanks, man.
Kell, one. From Kell. Kell, have you played? Kell, this one. Jojo, come on this way, please. Jojo, come this way, please. Face to face, hey, can you move them over now? This way, this one. This way. That's perfect. Any people? That's it.